Hi folks, it's John with the Wingman 115 channel. I'm down at the FirstEdge booth with Ryan Hoover with Fit to Fight. Ryan, you have a new design out this year with FirstEdge.
Yep.
Can we talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So I do a lot of work with military and law enforcement, but my day-to-day is regular folks in self-defense.
Right.
And I met these guys at SHOT last year and just got to talking and, told them what I thought based on, needs of the people that I work with. And we had a good conversation, and we're almost a year later, and now we're debuting this new knife.
Now I saw the prototype a couple weeks ago. I went to the FirstEdge factory headquarters, and I immediately got like knife lust over this because everybody's looking for some sort of EDC that they can carry. Not everybody wants to carry a folder. Not everybody's a folder fanboy. So
Yes.
And it doesn't work for them.
Yes.
So without further ado, let's show this bad boy and
sure.
see what the folks are looking at.
So this is it. This is the HR1. It is very low profile, slim design, meant to be carried inside the waistband, though it also has a neck carry option. It was designed from the standpoint of a fighter's perspective.
Right.
Being able to fight with a knife, just kind of as an extension of what I do.
Yeah.
So being able to draw with my left hand or my right hand and have multiple gripping options and be able to punch and slash and stab and all those things, and be able to do it and transition to other weapons platforms if I need to.
Right.
Without having to put the knife down or throw it down or resheath or anything like that, because I may need to be able to go from empty-handed knife to gun and back to knife.
Depending on the situation.
Yeah, close quarters kind of things, all kinds of stuff happens. Sometimes if I've got my firearm because I needed it in that moment in time,
Right.
Situation changes, I may need to be able to go to something else, or maybe somebody grabs my gun and I'm going to use it to help me retain my firearm.
Now, what's your thought process of going with a ring karambit style blade as opposed to just a regular full tang,
Yep.
regular handled knife?
Yep, and it's all about those things that I just talked about.
Okay.
Being able to transition from one platform to another and not have to worry about dropping it or me fumbling for it or anything like that. And like you said, not everybody wants a folder for self-defense. I mean, to
Right.
me, if I want something that's going to save my ass, and I'm on my back and I'm getting my head caved in,
Right.
I don't want to have to do any kind of fine motor movements. I want to be able to grab it and go.
Yeah, you might not have that ability when
That's
your
right.
head's being turned into Swiss cheese.
I may be sweating, there may be blood, there may be all
Right.
kinds of things that are going on that prevent me from being able to access the way that I want to.
Now, with this system, and I do call it a system, you also have a training blade as
Yep.
well, right, as a companion?
Yeah, if we can bring Brad in here
Come
for a
on in,
second.
Brad. Don't be shy.
So this is an aluminum trainer.
Okay.
Fits the exact same sheath. It's blue anodized, so it's obviously different.
Right.
And we want people to train with it. We actually produced a 45-minute video on how to train with it, and we're just giving that away. We're just letting people have that for free because I think the way that we approach fighting with a knife works even if you don't have this knife. So we saw no reason to hold on to the information, so we just put it out there.
But it's an added value, and you're looking to help. Clearly, I'm following along on your social media.
Yep.
You're clearly looking to help people not be a victim.
That's right.
Is what I get from it as a viewer
Yep.
of the channel.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is to stay in the fight, don't be a victim, don't give up.
Yep.
There are options.
We're huge. Training matters,
Right.
and at the end of the day, the only variable I really control is me and how prepared I am for a violent situation. I can't dictate whether the other guy is big and strong or has friends or he's armed or non-armed or anything like that, but I can dictate my preparedness for the event. And then anytime I can add a force multiplier to that, I enhance my survivability capabilities.
Now, let's talk a little bit about the sheath system on this,
Yep.
because when I went to the headquarters,
Yep.
I noticed that there was a little bit different detail in this sheath as opposed to just every other Kydex sheath that's out there.
Yep.
Can we talk a little bit about maybe the clip and the retention system and the thought process behind that?
Yeah, so when we first started talking about this, the thing that I stressed to FirstEdge more than anything else was, look, if I draw this knife, the sheath has to stay where I put it. You know, and I've seen other systems where it had a similar concept, but it didn't do what it was supposed to do, you know. And if I go to draw this knife and I'm on my back and I'm getting my face caved in and the sheath comes with it, that's a real problem. So that was the big thing when designing the sheath and designing the clip, to make sure that no matter where I put it on my waistband, that sheath doesn't come with the knife.
What I like also is the non-lethal options of the system, where pressure point on the pommel, and even maybe a pressure point up on the sheath.
Yep. Well, and you know what? Even if I can't carry a blade somewhere for some reason, I can still carry that. There's no edge on that.
Right.
So I can use that as a force multiplier in a blunt object situation.
Oh, it would still put the hurt on somebody.
Absolutely. I mean, it's aluminum. It's hard. It'll hurt. And if you know how to hit, you know.
I don't know if you guys want to demonstrate maybe what happens if somebody drew a pistol on somebody, or.
Well, you know. I think that the thing that will probably make sense for the guys that are viewing you as maybe just Brad can show transitions from knife to firearm and how that works without having to fumble around and do other things.
Brad, come here. I'll step over here. If you want to talk about that maybe a little bit, just as like a little training aid with.
Yeah. So you know, if I've already gone to gun and I need to go to a blade as backup, I have the quick access with the blade, but I'm also able to actually maintain a firing grip with the blade, have good control. I'm not going to lose control of my blade at the same time. I can draw a light, utilize different methods, working the light. So there's many options with this, and I just like the concept of having the ability to utilize this, but have control of it the entire time.
Right.
I'm not going to lose this. Once I go for this blade, once I draw it, it's not going anywhere.
Yeah, nobody's taking it out of your hand. That's for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and if they're getting close, you can do a slash on that strong arm of that person.
Like one of the guys that we spend a lot of time with is a SWAT guy, but he's also tasked with a human trafficking task force, and he was talking about wanting it because when he's clearing a house or moving through a room or whatever, if he has a knife in this hand, the gun in this hand, the guy makes the grab for his gun. It's an easy transition to the knife, and then he can make space. You can tap rat, you can reload everything with the knife still in your hand.
Yeah. So that's some great information. If folks want to learn more about the knife, about what you guys are doing, how do they get a hold of you?
Yeah, for us, they can go to wearefittofight.com or ryanhooverftf.com. They can even pre-order the knife there.
Are you on Facebook as well?
I am, just
Instagram?
Ryan Hoover. Instagram is Ryan Hoover FTF. Sweet. And then obviously they can check out FirstEdgeUSA.com.
Brad?
I'm with this guy.
He's with this guy. That's awesome. Folks, thank you so much.
Thanks, John.
All right.
Thank you.
This is John with the Wingman 115 channel. Stay tuned for more videos coming up from SHOT Show.